Hey guys, welcome to Culture Shock. My name's Andy.
And I'm John from...
Alright, thank you so much for paying. Now welcome to Culture Shock. Cheers! God, we got your money. Now we're gonna just bullshit off. Let's not even finish the episode. They already paid. They already paid. Why should we even finish the episode, John?
I don't know.
Fuck you!
Yeah, I'm out.
No, today we're going to be talking about DLC. Recently, Evolved came out, and there was a whole bunch of DLC bullshit, so I thought today would be a good episode, or this week would be a good episode, just talk about our feelings on DLC.
Yeah.
To preface this all, Evolve came out, and this game, first off, I hate Evolve. I played the beta. It's one of those games...
Oh, you hate it? Wow. That's strong, huh?
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Like, the game is one of those games I'm going to get maybe one day when it's $5 for a 4-pack on Steam and play with my friends. Not now. But the game came out, it has a season pass for like $20, $30, whatever, which includes a lot of the DLC, right? Then they also have over $100 of extra DLC that's not included on the season pass.
Man.
God, DLC.
Downloadable content.
John, what do you think about DLC?
I mean, I feel like we've had this conversation before.
A little bit.
DLC done right is fine.
Yes.
I don't mind it.
Example of DLC done right?
Jeez.
Red Dead, maybe?
Yeah, Red Dead. I mean, my God, the zombie, what was it called? The Undead Redemption. I know, I forgot what it was fucking called.
The next sequel.
Yeah.
Rockstar, you heard it here.
But, you know, a piece of content that's like, you know, a full story. All the GTAs, you know, they had good DLC.
Yes.
You know, it was something that actually gave you a little bit more story with different characters, new vehicles, new weapons, you know, a lot of bang for your buck.
And they came out years later after the game had been made, and then they were like, let's make more.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't come out before the game came out.
Pre-order now and get the expansion DLC.
What the fuck is going on nowadays, man?
Well, that's the abuse of DLC. I mean, DLC started out, I think, at the beginning of like the Xbox 360. You could argue beginning of Xbox, it kind of started like Xbox. PC's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
You know, but with like expansion packs. But DLC,
gotta get that sweet horse armor.
gotta get that little hat.
I'm looking at you, Skyrim.
Yeah,
Or was that Oblivion?
Oblivion.
Yeah, it was Oblivion.
That's where it started. People were trying to figure it out in the beginning of this generation, and some people did it right. They were like, ooh,
what can we get away with?
what can we get away with? That's where we are now.
Yeah.
Evolve is pushing the boundaries of what they can get away with. What was another game? Destiny is another game that I think recently did the whole DLC thing wrong, where they had so little content in the game, it was clear they cut shit out to sell us later.
Yeah, no, it's egregious when you can see it. I mean, I understand why companies are doing it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck them. Why?
Money, well, one.
Fuck you, money.
Fuck you, money. Well, no, this DLC stuff, these microtransactions, if you will, they've been doing amazing in the mobile space.
Yes.
All those little iPad and phone games. I mean, I guess kids these days are growing up. That's their first console, I would say.
Yeah.
A kid's first console these days is either a tablet or phone. And they get used to the idea of, oh, I can pay $1 and either get more coins.
I can pay my parents $1 and get more coins.
Or I can pay $1 and get a hat. You know, they're used to this whole idea of just, I don't mind dropping $1 on this and that, whatever, for the game.
Yeah.
And, you know, I kind of think back of when I was a kid, is like, oh, we didn't have DLC. We kind of did. Like the arcades.
Arcades,
like,
in a way.
I mean, in a way, it was like, you know, they would make those arcade games hard enough to where you couldn't beat it in one quarter.
They would trick you, too.
You had to keep putting that quarter in to beat that arcade game.
Mortal Kombat 3 tricked you, okay? This was a strategy on fighting games. What they would do is in the final boss, you were so close to the end, they'd let you win, they'd kick your ass the first round.
Yeah.
Let you win the second round, and then kick your ass the third round, and you'd be like, oh, I almost had him. Oh, I almost had him. I could do it this time.
Another quarter.
You can see, because on Xbox Live, they like had Mortal Kombat 3, but they didn't remove that from the downloadable version.
Right.
It is such horseshit. But
Yeah.
DLC, they're getting you for every quarter.
Yeah, but those games are also a little shorter.
True.
You know, like you can blow through like one of those old Ninja Turtle arcade games in 30 minutes. Like they're, you know, boom, you're in, you're out. It's quick, and it's made to be that way. The cost of distribution for those games was huge. Those arcade cabinets were massive. You know, shipping alone was like fuck my ass. So I mean, they had to recoup the cost of that way.
A lot of quarters.
Nowadays, it's like it feels like a little bit more of a jip to me because cost of distribution is almost minimal.
It's like when a full price game on digital store is still $60.
Yeah.
50,
and I mean,
please.
I get it. It's like game developers, people that are making games want to come up with a way to make money. You know, they got families to feed just like all of us, so they're trying to figure out how can we do this. I don't mind DLC done right. When you have a game, your core game is awesome. See, that's my favorite model. See, I don't like the Evolve model where before the game's even out, they're already planning DLC and they're trying to shove shit down your throat.
If you want to do that, charge me $15. It's not a $60 game and throw that shit in. If I bought Evolve for like $10, $15 and then there was that shit, I wouldn't have a problem.
I personally just don't like that model. Other people may be fine with that model of like, yeah, I'll pay $2 for a blue gun. It's like $2. $2 will get you an indie game on sale on Steam, you know?
Yeah.
So why would I ever pay $2 for a different colored gun when I could save that $2 and use it for a whole new game if I wanted to?
Yeah, Steam's burned me for that way too. That's why I say I'll wait until it's $5.
Yeah.
Because Steam games go on so cheap of a sale. I guess the whole argument of DLC is that the core game needs to be enough to warrant your $60 purchase. Anything after that is fine. Like Destiny, I didn't feel like there was $60 worth of content in that game. And the DLC is bullshit because I bought the DLC. Didn't you get it too? The $80 version with the both packs?
No, that was a dumb decision on my part.
I played it.
And that was a lesson learned.
I played it. You know how long it took me? An hour. Not even. There are 3 missions and a couple of new guns.
Now, you see, here's my excuse for Destiny for what I did. Like, I got Destiny because everybody was getting Destiny.
Well, we thought it was going to be the next big thing.
Yeah, and then so, I mean, my God, what we do, I mean, I have to pay attention to the first-person gaming market.
Yes.
That's just part of my job. So
Yes.
I bought Destiny for work. Had I not had the video game-based career, I wouldn't have touched Destiny. It did not, I mean, even from the outset, it didn't really seem like a game that interests me. And when I played it, it was like, it was fun in burst. It was fun with friends.
Yeah, the game is quality-wise there.
To me, it wasn't worth that amount of money.
Because there wasn't content there. They ripped it all out.
And see, and maybe I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled by games like
spoiled little brat.
Maybe so. I don't know, but maybe I am spoiled by games like Grand Theft Auto or Skyrim.
They give you a lot.
The core game is a shit ton of content. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 for $60. I've played the hell out of that game, and then now I'm like, I'm almost even thinking about buying the shark cards.
Yeah,
I know these. Those are one of those things that like it is kind of DLC in a way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I've played so much online. It's like I've already got my $60 worth out of this game.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, and I don't mind throwing those devs a little bit more because I really enjoy the content they make.
Yeah, well, DLC to the point where you can unlock it through, like, shark cards. You can get the shark cards if you want a quick way to it. Like, even Battlefield did this, where you can unlock all the items by paying.
That's the other thing, yeah.
But you can also get them in the game if you just play long enough. And that's what free-to-play games do. I'm not a big fan of it in the big console market, but I get it. But as long as you can still unlock it in the game, I'll put that time in, that's fine. If it's locked, that's fucked up, I think. Unless it's it's a big piece of content, not like Horse Armor.
Yeah, I don't like anything that's locked. Rockstar, I think, is doing it right as far as DLC goes. Skyrim did DLC right.
Yeah, because they're big chunks.
Yeah.
They're big stories.
It was missions. Like, here's a whole new island to explore with new missions and whatever. Like, that's the kind of DLC I'm like, thumbs up. I'm all for that sort of DLC. That just gives me more game. But yeah, when DLC is a different colored gun or a hat or something like that, that's when I'm just no, it's not for me.
Hat.
What are you doing?
I'm putting hats on my head.
Oh.
Do you want this hat? You're charging another $3. I'll put it on.
I put a post on my Facebook wall today.
The Mario thing?
Yeah. Facebook.com/Astro.
Slaps Astro.
I can't even talk. Jesus Christ.
You're not even that far in yet.
No, I know. Facebook.com/ApsroAnimation. Go there. Be square.
Okay, so the question I have for you, how do you feel about DLC being put into, like, the development cycle of a game, where it's being worked on and they section off a part of the team to be working on DLC for later on?
I hate it. No, I think that's what's bothering me, is because now they're planning DLC too far ahead.
Yeah.
I really wish they would produce the game. Okay, it's like, the core focus of any dev team, I think, should be make the game good. And when you first put this game out there, what you put out there for $60 should say this is good, or, this is going to be good or this is going to fail.
Yeah.
If it's good, if the community likes it, it's like, okay, let's do DLC. Because this has huge support, the fans want more. Let's make more.
But it depends on the developer. Like, if Evolve does it, Evolve has very little content, and then they section off their team to do other things. If like, Grand Theft Auto had a small subsection of their team working on it, it depends on the game.
And I'm sure they already did.
I'm sure they did. But in that case, you have enough content in the main one. So I guess it comes back to the same point as the main game has to be good. So I don't mind that. I don't mind them sectioning it off during development. I understand having to have that time constraint and that budget. Because after the game comes out, I imagine it's a million times harder to bring everyone back together to continue working instead of, like, putting them on other projects. And then it's like, what about who's going to do this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a game developer, so I mean,
I am.
I mean, we're just sitting here talking shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand making a game is fucking hard. It's really fucking hard. I mean, all the fucking coding and art that goes into it.
Unless you're Five Nights at Freddy's.
Unless you're Five Nights at Freddy's.
They're making a third one already.
I know. No, it's become the Assassin's Creed of Steam. It's just look at Five Nights.
You got to talk about that shit too. How brilliant that guy is, actually.
No, I mean, it's a great strategy. I mean, he's tapped into the YouTube reaction market. market. And I mean, we even did one on Eve's Gaming, and it was fun. Yeah. I mean, that game is a blast for play with your friends one night and scare the shit out of each other.
Yeah, so Five Nights at Freddy's he's kind of doing the episodic thing where every couple of months a new version comes out in a new episode. Mm-hmm. And that's another kind of DLC, is like the Walking Dead series or
the Telltale games,
where you get the first episode, you wait a couple of months, you get a second episode, third episode. That's kind of DLC.
Yeah, in a way. I don't mind that model too much because I like Telltale games. I played their all their Sam and Max games they did because I was a huge fan of Sam and Max Hit the Road, one of my all-time favorite point-and-click adventures.
Ooh.
So when they did new Sam and Max episodes, I was like, I want to check this out. But I did not do the season pass thing. It's like with TV shows for me. Now, I've been spoiled by Netflix. It's like I don't want to sit there and watch an episode and then have to wait another week to watch the next one.
Just wait till it comes out.
So I would wait until the entire season was out because they always did, hey, the entire season's out, buy it now. And that's what I would do because I didn't want to wait, from one episode to the other. I wish when they did release the episodes, they would just string them all together because anytime it's like you've beat this section, you have to leave the game, you have to go back into it. It's like it does break the immersion to me.
Some games have done that with episodes.
How much can a point-and-click adventure be immersive? I don't know. I love it because I'm just like music and puzzles. I'm like a kid in a fucking candy store.
Yay! I like episodic games too, kind of. I've only played The Walking Dead when it finally came out, and I played through the first 4 episodes, but that idea is good to me. Like Life is Strange. I haven't played it yet, but the demo, there was that game with that girl in high school who can rewind time. I was telling you about it.
Yeah, you were telling me about it. I haven't seen it.
The demo impressed me so much that I bought the season pass for $20. I was like, I want to play through this. I like just the demo. I haven't even played the first episode yet. I need to sit down and actually do it, but the demo impressed me enough, and that very seldomly happens where I bought it. And I was like, I need this. But that could work and build interest in the beginning for your game later on. So I don't know.
There's so many gaming models out nowadays, I feel like the business of video games.
It's so confusing.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not confusing. It's just, now we have mobile, we have Steam, we have DLC, we have season passes, we have episodic releases, we have big blast releases like your GTAs and your Call of Duties. So, it's crazy. I know.
And they all charge you DLC for map packs and shit like that.
I like the map pack DLC. I mean, like Battlefield. I feel like Battlefield does it okay.
They have a good amount of content in their maps.
Because, they have their base game. So it's like, here's your base game. And that's most everything you really need to enjoy the Battlefield experience. And then you get the fucking premium edition, and you just get more shit. If you really like the game, as obviously we do, it's like, that's a good deal. Because if you had to buy every one of those DLCs on their own, you'd be spending more money. So it's like, okay, might as well go ahead and pay a little extra $15 and get the premium. But it is one of those things, like, you have to really like the game to jump into that.
Yes.
And I don't mind that DLC because you get new guns, new maps, new modes, all that fun stuff.
It's worth it to
And they're still working on it. I mean, Battlefield 4, I got the premium edition, and they're still coming out with new maps. That I don't mind. But then, like, my thing is, when you start charging for, like, aesthetical things. And I guess it's one of those things, like, it's innocent enough.
Yeah.
But I would never, ever sink my money into that. And that's just me, and maybe I'm spoiled with that. It was like,
little hats.
$4 for a hat. That hat used to just come with the game.
And another DLC, Destiny keeps making me think of DLC bullshit too. Another thing that bothers me about DLC is when it unlocks something on the disc or it unlocks something that you already have. In Destiny, the new DLC stuff, the disc stuff, Capcom did that with Street Fighter.
There's a reason they did that.
Bullshit, and we know the argument to it. What's the reason?
Well, the reason is if you're playing that game online, you have to have the character that's on the disc in order for that character to be there.
And so that's unreasonable for them to expect that to happen. Just like in Mortal Kombat. Oh, Angry Joe made that exact point. When he was talking about Marvel vs. Capcom or whatever, charging for on-disc DLC bullshit, he was talking to his corporate commando guy, and he was like, oh, you mean like Mortal Kombat? And he's like, yes, exactly like how Mortal Kombat does. It's bullshit. They don't need to do that.
You don't have to scream at me, and I don't get that reference.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's break it down more. Mortal Kombat did it where they released new characters, but they weren't on the disc.
Okay.
So it's possible and very easy to do.
Okay.
So Capcom's bullshit. I'm sorry I yelled at you.
No, it may be bullshit. I don't play fucking fighting games, so... Whatever, let's fucking make out.
Oh my god, that got way too close. Anyways, that's what we think about DLC. Let's wrap up the episode.
Is that what we think about DLC?
I don't know. And what we're on disc is bullshit too. In Destiny, I was saying in Destiny, fucking the maps in the new DLC is just places you could see in the game itself. You're like, I could go down that pathway, but it's locked right now. Oh.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's bullshit. Destiny's bullshit. Fuck you, Destiny. Fuck you, DayZ. Anyways, any other points on DLC? Done right, it's good. Done badly, fuck you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't like how Evolve has structured their DLC, and I will not be getting Evolve.
Me neither.
Mostly because of that reason. It's like, that doesn't look like a game that is suited for me.
I'll get it when a 4-pack's $10.
I'll
give you
I
one.
want a big open world anyway, so. And it also seems like a game that's like, it has that Titanfall vibe. Like, we got Titanfall, and yeah, it was fun.
For a week.
Exactly. For a week, this was fun, but
I'm not going to pay $60
exactly,
for that.
I haven't touched it since. And yeah, that's what it comes down to. I'm not paying $60 for that. If I see it on a Steam sale one day for like $5, $10, maybe.
I'll be like, Anthony, pick it up. Let's play.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's how I feel.
That's how we feel,
It's
guys.
It's not worth $60 for me.
No. Anyways, that's just how we think about that's just how we think. That is what we think about DLC. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts on DLC and all that bullshit and greatness and blah 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 blah. Like us on Facebook. Go to Facebook. Click it. I like every time I put out an episode, it's like 3 people like you on Facebook. I'm like, yay! Go do that, and also subscribe to the channel and show, and I don't know, what else, John?
Click here to download the Culture Shock expansion pack video.
That ties into the intro.
If you pay $2, you'll get access to the video where
And a hat.
I rub Anthony's head for 2 minutes straight.
They paid. They paid.
Oh, they paid? Holy shit.
Woof. We can stop. I cut a long time ago, John. Stop.
They paid for 2 minutes. You'll sit here for 2 minutes.
$30.
This DLC was worth it. I'm glad you guys paid for it. Click over there to unlock the DLC where I go fuck myself.